the date, or the day of the week. So today is Thursday, and it's our daily 5 centers. And this is our 5 centers. We have 1 center, 2 centers, 3 centers, 4 centers, 5 centers.
Then
we need to start at 1 center, and we need to rotate. So when the timer goes off, we rotate to the next center. So the very first center that you might be at, and actually the orange group, is going to be here first. And this is Lewis, Corla, Lea, and Briley. You are going to start at the back table. Can you guys see the horseshoe table? With Mrs. Murphy, and we are going to be reading our guided reading books. Now let me ask Ingrid. Ingrid, did Mrs. Jensen have books like this last year?
Yes.
Oh, no, Ingrid.
Ingrid's right here.
Ingrid.
Yes.
Okay, good. So Mrs. Murphy has these guided reading books, and your color group, like Lewis's group, is the orange group, so they are going to be reading the books that have the orange spine. The yellow group will be reading the books that have the yellow spine. The purple group will read the books with the purple spine. The teal group will read the ones with the blue spine. And my green group, I'm going to have to look for your books. I think I left them over there. So the green group, you will read the books with the green spine, okay? So when you come to Mrs. Murphy and you get our guided reading books, we got to make sure we have the right color spine for you, okay? So you will always be reading with me at the back table when you're at read to someone. Mrs. Murphy is the someone. You're going to be reading to me, okay? Kinsley.
Why is the yellow group has so many?
Very good question. I think sometimes I send these to Mrs. Alm for Title I, and so sometimes half of them go here and half of them go to Mrs. Alm, but she hasn't started Title I yet, okay? So does everybody understand what to do at this center at the back table with Mrs. Murphy? Okay.
Yes.
Libby, question? We will rotate. You will go to every center today. This is the only, your names are up here as to where you're going to start, but you will go to every center today. Okay? Brooklyn?
Do you have to carry the book with
No,
you?
I have a basket. So this basket will be at the back table. And so when you go to that center, the basket will be there. Okay? So the baskets will be at every center. And they're usually over on the counter over there. You guys look over by the word wall board. See how it looks kind of empty?
Yeah.
That's because when we do daily 5 centers, I pull the baskets to where you're supposed to go. Okay? So Brooklyn, would you put this on the back table, the horseshoe table for Mrs. Murphy? Okay. Now, after Mrs. Murphy, you are going to go to the side table, and Mrs. Shaw is going to be there. And you're going to play a game. This is work on words. And you're going to play a game. It's called Connect 4 in a row. Have you guys played the actual game Connect 4?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I played that game. We have it at our house.
Good. I will have this out for Friday Fun Time tomorrow. But you are going to be playing a game very similar to this where you have to get 4 in a row. Okay? Now, I will pull it up so you can see it. What you have is a game board. So this is kind of like this game board right here. Okay? And when you play Connect 4, when you put the little chips in, so pretend this is my game board. When I put the chips in, does it stop right up here at the top? No, it has to go all the way to the bottom. So when you're playing this game, you have to go down. Okay? So if I'm playing with Corla, and you will have a game board like this. Okay? So this game board, they're all different colors because they're all different game boards. So if Corla and I were playing, she could go first or I could go first. Corla, do you want to go first? Okay, so Corla, come up here, and I want you to draw, with your finger, go down to one of these bottom words. Where do you want to go? Which one do you want to go to? Looking. Okay, so she's going to go all the way down here. Oh, and I accidentally said it. What is that word? Looking. So she has to say it, and then she has to tell me if it ends in an ing an S, or an ED. Or if it doesn't end in either, it's a base word. So what does that end in, Corla? ING. So if she gets it right, she would take one of her little blocks and she would put that color on there. Okay? Now my remote learners, you're going to play this at home. You can do this with your parents, like Mrs. Murphy did, or you can color them. Okay? So my remote learners have just white ones, so they can color it. So you and your friend will get one bag of your markers. So just like in here, we have yellow and red. Remember how you each will get either yellow or red? You guys will have the same thing here, okay? And your goal is to get how many in a row? 4 in a row, okay? Whoever gets 4 in the row first is the winner, and then you can get a new game board. So there's all these different colors. I actually have a couple oranges, couple pinks, couple greens.
Couple blues.
Maybe, only one blue, but I have different colored game boards because there's different words, okay? So your goal on this is to say the word and say, what does it end in? Does it end in an S, an ED, or an ING? Or it might just be a root word or base word, okay? Now I put Mrs. Shaw there so that she can help. So if you get stuck, she's there to help you, okay? So, the yellow group, Tyson, Carson, and Charlotte. You are going to start with Mrs. Shaw, okay? After Mrs. Shaw's group, you get to come up to the purple rug, and at the purple rug, this basket's going to be here, and it says listen to story. So, what do you think you're going to do for listen to story? Addie, what do you think?
Epic.
You are! You're going to do epic. So yesterday, I believe everybody got into epic. If you aren't able to get into epic because something happened on your iPad, all you need to do is quietly walk to the back table and wait for Mrs. Murphy, because I'll be busy with my group, and say, Mrs. Murphy, I can't get into epic, and I will quickly help you, okay? So, after Mr. Shaw's group, at the side table, you come to the purple rug and do epic. So you'll have to grab your iPad and headphones, okay? And the green group is going to be Raylan, Eli, Ingrid, and Addie, okay? After the green group, you are going to rotate and go to writing. And for writing today, we have to catch up because we did not get our handwriting letter B done. So we're going to do handwriting letter B, and I'm going to show you very quickly in a minute how to do the letter B page. But I want to find the basket. Oh, it's right here. So here it says writing. I'm going to put it on the counter. So after the purple rug, when we rotate, you go to the counter and get your handwriting book. Guess what? I did not get A's corrected. So don't worry about the A page. Just do the B page. When you're done, so this is Charlotte's page. Let's say she gets B done. Don't put it back in the basket. Where do you think you're going to put it?
At your desk.
Aria. Where do you think you might hand it in?
Over there.
Over here. So when you're done, put it in the handwriting book basket. That way I know that you are done. Okay? So that is for writing. You're going to do handwriting. Letter B. After handwriting, you are going to, oh, and I forgot to say, you're going to be at your desk. And the purple group is going to start there. John, Wyatt, Libby, and Ellie. You guys are going to start there. Okay? After handwriting, you get to pick a book out of this basket up here where it says read to self, and normally we'll do AR books, but AR is not up and going yet. So you just get to pick a book out of this basket and you get to read it. If you want to read your library book, you can do that, but I'd rather have you pick a book in here. So there's some books that Mrs. Murphy's read, there's some back to school books, there's some fall books. And you get to go around the room and read your book, but you cannot be next to a friend. So if you are sitting around the room reading, if your arms are out and you can touch a friend, you're too close. Okay? Capiche? All right, and the teal group, Kinsley, Aria, and Brooklyn, you guys are going to start at that first. Okay, now, After you do AR and reading your books around the room, when you get done with that, I couldn't make an arrow, but you're going to go back to Mrs. Murphy. Okay, so once you get down to here, you go back to Mrs. Murphy. Okay, all right. Everybody understand how to do the daily 5 centers? And I will stop and I'll help you rotate today because it's going to take us a while for us to get it down. Okay, now the last thing I wanted to show you was your handwriting letter B. I'm sorry, I forgot to pull it up this morning. Mrs. Murphy's going to do it really quickly because I want us to make sure we can get to all of our centers. So you did A last week. This week we're going to do B. Now, on the uppercase B, it should be pretty simple. You are going to make a straight line down. As soon as my pencil comes up. Oh, not that. Or that. Straight line down. Everybody watch. Jump up. Curve it around. Make it sit on that dotted. Stop and touch it, and then curve it back around. Do you see how that one kind of goes underneath it a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to try to get it to sit on there. So straight line down, pick up, curve around to the middle, stop, curve around to the bottom, stop.
That's a nice B.
Thank you. B for Brooklyn. Now, the lowercase b's. These are the ones that sometimes they don't look very nice because you guys will go straight down, straight down, and back up, and then you don't like really touch. You'll go like this.
You can do that.
And it doesn't look very good.
No.
No. So make sure you go straight down, back up, and make it like a ball. So I always say bat and then your ball.
That's
Good B. That's a pretty good B.
That's in ball.
That's right.
That's ball.
Okay, so do you remember from last week? You first trace and then you write them going directly down. So it kind of matches. Then you'll trace Beth blue bubbles. You'll write it one time and then you'll trace again. All right, when you're done, you'll hand it in. Okay, any questions on handwriting letter B? No questions? Okay, so I'll stop this.